3, 2, 1.
Please stand by for further details. We return you now to your regularly scheduled program.
Hello to those of you who are feeling called to this reading in particular, Mystery Reading number 1171. My name is Elizabeth, and before getting into this reading, if you are a recurring viewer, you enjoy my work, and you would like to help support it, feel free to do so by sticking around and hitting that subscribe button down below, and ringing the notification bell next to it if you feel called to. If you do feel called to subscribe and stick around, welcome. Thank you very much for your support, as well as your presence during this reading. So somebody here could be feeling very tired. You could be working very hard, and this reading could be here to remind you or encourage you to remember to rest. And I just saw 1, 2, 3 on the timer, a message about trusting that everything happens for a reason. I do think I feel called to acknowledge those of you who are working hard and are tired for a reason. I know I feel that way. Just don't forget to rest, and any opportunity that you get to rest or to let your mind wander, take it. Moving into interpreting the number 1171. The number 1 is about having trust and faith in yourself, as well as the universe. Grounding yourself in trust and faith might help you find some clarity, or a clear sense of direction, or will help you have confidence in a sense of direction that you're already feeling. Do you feel lost or confused right now in life? Do you know who you are, what you're passionate about, maybe what makes you angry, and what you are meant to be doing here in this life? I feel like there's something here about seeking satisfaction or fulfillment. What would satisfy you and make you feel fulfilled? Do you know what fulfillment really feels like? Be careful not to confuse satisfaction, fulfillment with security. You can't feel satisfied and fulfilled from feeling secure. But in terms of what you desire, what is it really about? Just feeling safe? Or at peace? Like, who you are and where you are right now is enough. Maybe there is something here that you enjoy that you don't have access to, and that's frustrating. But maybe that's why you're doing all this hard work. To have what you don't have. So maybe this reading could be here to encourage you to have trust and faith to help you stay focused and committed to whatever you're investing in or trying to grow or build. I am feeling connected to the Italian word ﷺ, which means to build. So it seems like even your ancestors are acknowledging something that you're building. There's something here about whether or not it's worth it. I'm not saying it is worth it, I'm not saying it's not worth it, but maybe this is something you want to reflect on. Is the hard work that you're doing, is having trust and faith, worth it? The number 7, well, the number 1 actually, there are 3 ones in 1171, so this is a pretty strong message here for you to have trust and faith. And maybe you're just feeling tired, physically, emotionally, and you just got to give yourself some time to rest and to breathe and process, especially if you're trying to maintain your patience. But the number 7 is about extending your awareness and your consciousness and becoming wiser and more spiritually connected and in tune with the ways of the universe, I suppose. Are there some specific signs or messages or patterns that keep repeating themselves that are worth paying attention to? Are you really starting to better understand how the universe works when it comes to communicating with it? It does feel like there could be an opportunity to learn here and to grow, but more in terms of knowing how to take care of yourself. And bringing yourself more comfort and peace to help you feel grounded enough to be able to connect with the universe more. I do encourage you to remember your why you are doing what you are doing, why you are working as hard as you are working, but also why you are giving yourself opportunities to rest as well. When you add up these numbers, 1 plus 1 is 2, plus 7 is 9, plus 1 is 10, you get the number 10. And the number 10 for me is about confirmation of your spirit guides being near and present. I know I'm feeling connected to that song in the movie Titanic. I think it's called Nearer to Thee, My God. I'm not 100% sure. But it's really hard to ignore how much your spirit guides want to connect with you. So it feels like allowing yourself to rest is for more than one reason. To take care of yourself, but also to have more room and space in your life to connect with your spirit guides, with the universe, your faith. The message with number 10 in particular that your spirit guides have for you is literally encouraging to have trust and faith. Overall, this number 1171 has really, really encouraged you to have trust and faith in yourself and in the universe. Take this opportunity to learn not only how to take care of yourself, but also how to connect more deeply with the universe. So you may feel called to be the change that you wish to see. If you do, I really encourage you to trust that you feel that way for a reason. I saw the numbers of 122 and 123 on the timer, which are messages about change starting with you and trusting that everything happens for a reason. But there are many cards on the table. In front of you, we have the Magical Dogs Tarot, a box of cards that I made and wrote on myself, as well as some index that I also made. I just wrote with things that I felt called to write. I'm feeling connected to the idea of a mirror. I just felt connected to the Italian word for mirror, which is specchio. Is there something here about your reflection, or something that is being reflected back to you through another person or a certain situation? There is a warning here for you to protect yourself from people who are manipulative, coercive, and really just like opportunistic, you know? Let's go ahead and draw one of these Magical Dogs Tarot cards. Okay, so this is the Ten of Swords, or the Ten of Sky, in reverse. And I just saw number 333 on the timer, which is about using your voice and expressing yourself and taking an opportunity to heal and to grow. I saw a sign about trusting that everything happens for a reason with the number 345. There's something here about expressing yourself or healing or growing for a reason. And it makes sense in the context of the Ten of Swords, because it's a painful ending. It really is something painful and activates some heavy emotions. But when this card is in reverse, this is about being in recovery mode. So whatever difficult and painful ending you will go through, that you already have been through, allow yourself to recover. I recently got into a conflict with somebody, and it was very painful. And to me, the idea, like, I was drawing cards because I'm a tarot reader, and it helps. But I think I drew a couple of cards that said the word recovery on them. And it just made me feel like even though what happened was painful, the idea of recovery is something that feels good. If you need to cry, let yourself cry. It's okay to cry, to breathe, to process these heavy emotions and what they mean. This tiredness could be more on an emotional level than it is physical. It feels like you gotta give yourself some room to breathe. We do have the number 10 on this card. I just saw the number 555, which was about change. Definitely a painful and difficult change here. It could also encourage you to be the change that you wish to see. But this number 10 here reinforces the presence of your spirit guides and them encouraging you to maintain your trust in the universe and your faith in the universe, as well as, your trust and faith in yourself to keep going. There really is a lot of strength in allowing yourself to keep going and to keep having hope. From this box of cards over here, this card that I drew has two sides. Let's start with this side, because it says desperate yearning. This is where the tiredness, this is connected to the tiredness, something that you feel desperate for. Maybe some sort of release, or to get to a certain place in life, or something. This could be exhausting you. And what can help you feel less exhausted is trying to stay present. It's okay to want something. That's kind of the drive for us to do what we need to do to obtain what we want. But don't let it consume you. The other side has the number 999 and the number 222. And it says, I am afraid of being a coward, being too afraid and backing out. So that it feels like there's something here about being too hard on yourself, about regret, about not having the courage to commit to something. And whether you should have the courage to be committed, it's up for you to decide. Either way, you gotta take a look at this fear of not having courage and faith and trust, and determine whether or not it's genuinely trying to protect you, or if it's just limiting you. Maybe you feel afraid and like you want to back out for a reason. You're genuinely feeling unsafe, or you have a legitimate reason to feel unsafe, or this fear is just standing in the way. The number 9 is about purpose and helping the world release what no longer works, which I think really aligns with the idea of a painful ending and being the change that you wish to see. So I feel like there is a reminder here that whatever you're going through, whatever difficult and challenging and painful change or ending you are going through, it's bigger than you. How you move forward from this is bigger than you. So be mindful of your choices. Interestingly enough, the number 2 is about being mindful about your choices, protecting your peace and your investments, how you invest your time, your energy, your attention, your resources, everything that you are. It can also be confirmation of a significant relationship or situation. Let's draw out this last card over here, an index card. Wow. It says, trust yourself. So there's been a lot of messages here about having trust and faith, and this trust yourself card really, really is affirming those messages. Overall, there's been a lot of ones in this reading in the beginning with the number 1171, encouraging you to have trust and faith in both yourself and the universe, and take this opportunity to learn and heal and grow and become more aware of yourself as well as the ways of the universe. Your spirit guides, maybe even particularly your ancestors, want you to know that they are present with you, and they are also encouraging you to have trust and faith. The cards are showing me that you are going through some sort of painful ending, or you have already gone through it. It feels very important for you to grieve and process how things ended or will end in a healthy way that allows you to learn and grow and really connect more deeply with your faith and your intuition. There is some fear here, not just heavy emotions, but also some fear that you need to better understand so you know how to move forward with it or without it. And this last card here, of course, encourages you to trust yourself. What is your intuition trying to tell you? Where is it trying to guide you? And how do you feel called to use your strength right now?